Have your instructors had the talk with you about plagiarism? About how it is wrong and you shouldn't do it? You may have questions. What is it exactly? And how will you know if you're committing plagiarism or not? This video will help answer these questions. What is plagiarism? What are some common types of plagiarism? How can I avoid plagiarism? Plagiarism is the act of taking another person's work and using it as your own. This includes using the words or ideas of another person as if they were your own words or ideas. Can words and ideas really be stolen? Yes, because words and ideas are intellectual property. And just like a writer, artist, or inventor, the original author stands to benefit from his creation. So how are you supposed to do research if using other people's words or ideas is stealing? No worries. As long as you give the original author credit for his or her work, you are not plagiarizing. The way you give an author credit is by using citations. You must cite anything you quote, paraphrase, summarize, or refer to in your paper. When you quote a passage, word for word, you must use quotation marks around the phrases that are not your own. You must also provide the author's name, the year, and the page number. There are multiple ways to incorporate this information in the quote, using signal phrases such as according to or the author notes that can help you transition from quotes to your own words easily. What if you rewrite the author's passage in your own words? You might make some changes or completely rewrite it. Even though it is written in your words, it is still the author's idea, and you must give them credit. If you're having trouble with paraphrasing, read the passage you want to use, then try to write the ideas in your own words without looking at the passage. Compare what you wrote to the original source to make sure you change the wording and grammar enough. Any words or phrases that you didn't change should be marked with quotation marks. Be careful as you write. Even if you accidentally use someone else's work, it is still considered plagiarism, and the consequences can be severe. Now, let's focus on some of the most common forms of plagiarism. Cloning. If you submit another person's work, word for word, as your own, this is the most severe form of plagiarism, and unfortunately, one of the most common. Copy-paste. If you copy large sections of another person's work, or from multiple sources, make a few minor changes, and fail to cite the source. Electronic resources such as ebooks, article databases, and websites make it very tempting and easy to copy material. Self-plagiarize. If you recycle a paper you wrote from a previous class, making little or no changes to the original, and fail to cite yourself. Many students accept that this practice is wrong, but don't realize that it is also considered plagiarism. Aggregate. If you cite all your sources properly, but there is little or no original material from you. The amount of citations allowed will vary based on your assignment. For example, it makes sense that a literature review would contain more cited material than an essay. If you have questions, ask your instructor. So, how can you avoid plagiarism? While doing research, save your citations as you go. Many library databases make it easy to save or export citations for later use. As you are taking notes, use the system to differentiate between the author's words and your own. Use a highlighter to color code your notes, or use note cards to keep your sources organized. Stay organized and keep track of where you find different pieces of information. If you can't remember, it is safer to leave those details out of your paper. Or if possible, print out or photocopy the source and take notes directly on it. Now, you should be able to answer these questions. What is plagiarism? What are some common types of plagiarism? How can I avoid plagiarism? Good luck on your papers!